Hey, it's shop infrastructure time. This is a one-day build about shop infrastructure. The first of actually, I think, at least two I'm gonna do today. I've been going through a renaissance with my lathe. I picked up a backing plate for my 4-jaw chuck and got it dialed in. So good. My 3-jaw chuck, I adjusted its backing plate and brought it within, 2 thousandths. So nice. And I picked up one of these super cheapo collet chucks, like $150, and was able to dial it into about 1,000th in terms of run out. So that's all a long way of saying my lathe is now like super dialed in, and so is my milling machine. And I'm starting to use them on a super daily basis at a much higher precision than I am normally attuned to. And all that means that it's time to adjust and modify my material storage. Okay, so here is my Tasty Chunks storage shelf. And you see I've got aluminum chunks, plastic chunks, acrylic chunks, I've got wren shape, and nothing here quite works. It is all sort of, it needs help. Everything here needs help. So I think the first thing we're gonna do is maybe a time lapse. So I'll clear this workbench and start to pull everything out of here. I'm gonna make some custom drawers so that I can see everything. And hopefully within a couple of hours, we'll have tamed this lion to some degree. Here we go. Okay, so I've cleared the top of this. I'm moving from the top down. I haven't even dealt with this yet because I have a whole bunch of these handheld metal brakes, which are great, but getting to the, how do I say this? Every time I reached for one of the metal brakes, it was a bit of a shit fight to pull it out of the holder that it was in. The holder was sufficient to keep it localized, but to be honest, when I reach for a tool and I've got to like move something out of the way to get it, in the tiniest way, it inhibits my ability to reach for that tool the next time I need it. So that's what I walk around my shop attempting to do, is to find those places in which the littlest bit of difficulty provides friction between me and the action I want to perform, and eliminating that friction as much as possible. So we're about to make a quick and dirty rack. It's going to be glued and stapled together, but we're going to get it done in about 15 minutes for the metal brakes and also for my various tubing benders of different sizes. The other thing that was inhibiting me from doing some shop infrastructure is that my Arctic birch ply is expensive stuff, and I've got a reasonable stash of it, but I don't necessarily want to use that stuff for shelving. I mean, granted, it's nice, but there's some ACX ply that I picked up from the local lumber yard, and I picked up some 1/2 inch, 3/4, and 1 inch, and it's all devoted to making this place easier to use. Okay, so here comes a metal brake rack. I shot a time lapse thinking I was shooting footage. That was weird. So I have finished my rack. It's been about 20 minutes. I'm about to put it in behind the pen rack over here and fill it full of the tools that belong in it. Like that, yeah. Oh. Whoops. Need a longer bit. Oh, there we go. Nice. Okay, so there. You, there. 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 You live there. Yeah. You live way over here. Oh no, you live. Ah, you actually live. Fascinating. All right. Okay, that's good enough. Your dad lives there. Good. And there we go. Excellent. Okay, now we have this cubby hole here, which is all full of my collection of chucks and hand wheels and hand machine handles. And as shown in the recent table saw mod I did, collecting these and holding on to them is great for me. I'm able to accentuate and improve my machines with this cubby hole, but it doesn't need to be here. I only go to these about once a year. So I am going to make a crate that holds them, and then I'm going to make a drawer for this cubby. Yeah. All right, here we go. Okay, so crate that holds these guys. Okay, so if I do a 17 inches by 10 inches. Now, what am I doing? What am I doing? So I'm in this state where I'm not sure what shape things are going to take. I'm just proceeding with each step as I see it in turn. Okay, I have finished the crate. This has been so quick and dirty. I have finished it. I'm going to load it full of my hand wheel stuff, and we will put it away on the shelf over here. I have a place for, oh, wait, first I need to label it. Yeah, that's always, this is hand wheels and machine handles. Oh, I love a good label. There it is. Okay, so, I need to have everything there. That is useful somewhere. All right. Yeah. Here it goes. Gotta move some stuff here. Just stuff in there. All right, I'll fix you later. Oh, wow. It really won't fit, huh? Okay, so clearly that guy is too damn big. Put some of these guys here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Radius cutter, Forstner bits. Hang on, got another Forstner bit box. Here's a 2 1/4 inch Forstner. I'm so happy right now. That is great. Live center can live there. Oh, right, I had another live center. Which can live. You can live there, right? I guess you can live there. Yeah. It's good to know that I had that one. Is this an MT4? No, this is like an MT2. Yeah, MT3. I don't need an MT3. I'm gonna put it in the giveaway pile. Okay, so there's still some real estate up here that I'd like to utilize. And part of that utilization is I'd like to have, yeah, you know what? There's got to be a rack right here that holds the hammer and the wrench. Yeah, a nice rack. Maybe even with a little shelf on top of it. That's one thing. So that is going to be, yeah. Well, I've got that in my head. Let's see here. So this rack will be about, let's say, 20 inches tall by 14 inches wide. 20 by 14. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. We are proceeding apace. I am taking care of each thing that I can see I need to do as I need to do it. And I'm about to pop this new rack in temporarily and see how it goes. Just gonna give it a there and there. Great. And here's what lives there. Yup. And yup. And yummy and yummy. All right. So this is part of, I was talking to Tom Lipton last week, and he was talking about machine setup as fighter pilot analogy, right? Like, people like me set our stuff up so that everything's at the ready, and this is more of the same. I'm pretty psyched about this because I reach for the hammer all the time, and I reach for the wrench all the time, and that's great. The chuck key, it's better there than anywhere else. And it's got a nice little holder. Oh, and I have one more chuck key. Hold on. I have this guy, and he lives there. Look at that! Yeah, I'm super psyched. That's great. All right. It's, I think it's time to stop avoiding. God, you know what I really want to do is I really want to devote this here to sheet storage. That's what I really want to do, and that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, because I gotta get rid of this cubby hole. Okay, so I'm gonna make a backed rack for smaller sheet, brass, rubber, aluminum, steel, everything. Yeah. All right, and it's gonna go, yeah, okay. Let's see. Sheet storage. This is great because I have been needing this for a long time. There's a lot of aluminum sheet here that's just a nightmare to store. So this rack will be 14 inches wide. And it will be, right, how deep? It will be this deep. 12 inches deep. Nice round number. 12 inches deep. And then I'm going to machine some slots in there. Every inch. And I'll do some triangular, yeah, that way I have access to everything. Let's try that. All right, here it is. This is my flat sheet metal material storage, and it's gonna live right there. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna suck it in with a couple of screws. Oh, there we go. Let's, oh, you know what? Yeah, let's, there we go. All right. Let's start filling it. That's the exciting part, right? So. Ooh. Yeah. Got some brass. Some stainless. So much stuff. Copper. Copper? I didn't even know I had copper. Wow. Okay. This is so much easier to see it. That's steel. Brass over here. Okay, so aluminum's gonna be the big one. I know I'm sorry about the camera here. I know I'm making another shelf full of crap, but it's not quite that, okay? I'm genuinely improving the persuasion here. Ooh, that's a nice piece. So, that's plate. I guess I can go there for now. I'll just do that. Okay, there's more. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have some more aluminum. We have some more of this mystery stuff. We have some beautiful brass plate. Holy cow. See, if you don't know you have it, it's as if you don't have it, right? Like, you have to be able to see what you've got. Look at all these beautiful 12 by 12 inch pieces of brass I have. I wasn't even aware. Oh man, yeah, put some small stuff here. I'll do some more sorting of this later, but for right now, spectacular. Look at that. Half inch brass. Great day in the morning. All right, so now I think I can do a little more loading up with some of these smaller bits of aluminum. In general, I find I need a storage for big scraps and small scraps, for tasty chunks and frangible chunks. I don't know, it's like... All right, ooh. I made this shelf for the other side of this rack years ago. Tasty round chunks. And it's a great need. You do need tasty round chunks. However, I don't think I need it there. I think I need it here. Save that. Oh, right, these are gels. So I think tasty round chunks might just live right there. And I'll make a second drawer that lives here for, yeah. I need more aluminum chunks. Actually, you know what I need? Yeah, it's a good question. I need round chunks, acrylic chunks, and I need more storage for plastic chunks. That's definitely the case. But we're making significant progress. This already feels like a radical improvement. This is actually great. I needed more room at the top because I'm going into these chunks and I'm grabbing stuff out of them. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so. You know what? That's what lives up here. My indicators. Yes, that makes total sense. I will make a little slotted thing for my magnetic indicator stands, and that will be super useful right there. That's exactly where I need them. I need them close, but not too close. Okay, gotta walk the dog first. Okay. So now that we are bearing down on achieving some tasty chunk storage that is new and better, it's time to talk about the philosophy of storing the chunks. First off, I was saying as I was making this, if you can't see it, you don't own it. It doesn't exist. So being able to properly retrieve it in an intuitive fashion is pretty important, and it's worth really considering and thinking about your flow and how you get to the stuff that you need. But then there's also the question of, what do you store? What do you hold on to? And like for stuff like this, do I really need to store this? Or this? Okay. This, definitely not. I have enough aluminum. Actually, that's a really nice chunk. See, it's perfectly square, and that makes it useful like right off the bat, because I could potentially drill 2 holes and make a little bend in it and make it a thing for holding a thing. I can conceive of something for that, so I keep it. Something like this, if I need a little tiny tab, I can take the 5 cents of aluminum, worthwhile to do it. This, I've covered in layout fluid, so I can actually lay something out and cut it out, and that actually makes it useful. But every now and then, you have to take all your chunks, dump them out, look at them, and put them back. So right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the drawers, 1, probably 2, 3, 4 new drawers. And I'm gonna dump all the scraps out and figure that out. I should be done with all that in about an hour, if I'm lucky. Okay. Hold on, I gotta turn this way. There we go. That's the subject. That's what's happening. Oh my God. This shop is such a shit fight right now. Okay, so I built 1, 2, 3 drawers, and I think that might be enough. This is all acrylic sheet chunk, which I may move down here because some of this is bulletproof glass. I am separating out my aluminum into 2 types of aluminum chunks, machining chunks and sheet chunks. Then I'm gonna go through the plastic and save the good stuff and Sophie's choice the rest. And acrylic chunks, sheet stuff is gonna go across the bottom. For deep storage, I don't use small chunks of acrylic a lot, but they do come in handy from time to time. So I think it's time to like dump everything out of here. Oh, this is, you don't want to sit here and watch this. It's a time lapse. I'm gonna do a high time lapse. yeah. So good. All right, dudes and dudettes. I hope this was edifying. It certainly was for me. I'm gonna pass that in right there. It's actually pretty aligned. I'm gonna do another one over here. And sink it a little bit more. There we go. All right. Let's see here. Look at that. Indicator stand. Indicator. Oh. Now they have a place to live. And, oh, hi Maggie. Come on in. Sweet. Wow. All right. So, I am very, very pleased with my new chunk storage, and Maggie's pleased too. Yeah. We have now got a single location for flat stock where it was previously in 3 different locations in the shop. I'm sure you can identify. We have 2, I don't know why the black tape's in there. We have 2 drawers for Delrin and Teflon and nylon chunks. We have some acrylic chunks, cast acrylic, and then flat sheet all down there. Oh man. And then over here, we've got some fighter pilot lathe stuff, and that was a really, really good 4 hours. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I feel like catharsis. I guess that's the end of this one-day build. For me, it feels like there's something more. Well, you know what else is? We got to do a cleaning time lapse because this place is a total horror show mess. It's one of the things about a small shop is it gets messy instantaneously. So I'm going to clean it and then we'll wrap. Thank you guys for joining me for this one-day build. I will see you next time. Hey, Adam Savage here. Thank you so much for watching the videos that we put out. We are having so much fun putting them out, and I'm glad that you guys are enjoying them. I'm here with a little announcement. Tested is offering up some more merchandise to show your tested solidarity, like this t-shirt from Teespring with my Savage Carriage Works logo on the back. Now, this logo was built by me and Jen Schachter as part of the rickshaw build for Spot, the robot. And what I love about Savage Carriage Works is they're a fictional company. I mean, Savage Works is my company. That's real. But we didn't exist 100 years ago making carriages, but now we did in a fictional frame. And that pairs really nicely with the fact that The Expanse has used my Savage Industries company and turned it into a salvage company in the Expanse universe 250 years into the future. So now Savage Works extends over 350 years. I mean, and most of those years are fictional, but I'll take what I can get. Thank you guys for watching. Get your t-shirts at Teespring by following the links below, and I will see you when the world reopens.